Y'all, the haul was so big, I had to split it in two. Hi, this is KK All Night. Welcome to my channel, or perhaps welcome back to my channel. Here, I focus on style, fashion, and outfit inspiration with a heavy dose on the outfit inspiration. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell so that you never miss an upload. So, you guys, my last Wednesday upload was my 2A haul thrift, and I just realized the video was going to be too long, so I had to split it in two. So I'm going to finish it up in this video. And there were a couple of honorable mentions that were definitely thrifted, but given to me by my mom. Then I'm just going to show you guys, give you some tips and tricks on how to style some things you might not necessarily think you should purchase. So the first item, or items, one is this cargo mini skirt. It is a little bit big for me, but I like that because it sits lower on my hips. Y'all, this is Shein. I've told you before, and I'll say it again, they do have some quality items on Shein. I typically do not thrift Shein because you could get it for the same price on their website, but this skirt ended up being like $5 or something. It is 100% cotton. It is a thick material. I like the cargo pocket detail, and you can style it lots of ways, so I decided to go for it. The second thing I have are these Clarks. If you know, you know. Clark is a very good shoe, especially if you're looking for comfort and style. Now, I said this in my other video. Someone must have been getting rid of all their things because I found a slew of good shoes in my size. These Clarks were, I think, 15, but then everything in the store was like 50% off, and then I had a coupon, yada, yada, yada. It ended up being under $10 for these shoes. Very comfortable. They are giving Tods. I like the tread. So, starting off strong with these two. Hold on, we'll be right back with the next. Okay, we are back with the next two items. First, I'm going to start with my feet. These are Jessica Simpson. They are patent leather, gray and black cheetah print or leopard print. I can never tell the difference. Y'all, these were never worn. These were like $6, and then I had my coupons and discounts, so they probably ended up being like $4. Admittedly, if they weren't that cheap, I probably wouldn't have gotten them. I see things that I like, but the price is a big determination on whether I'm willing to spend. And especially since it's in a thrift store, I have an even lower threshold of what I'm willing to spend. So the other item I'm showcasing here is this skirt. It is 100% linen. It has this ruffled tier on it. Now, the reason I have this on is because it's just what I grabbed. I definitely need to wear a jacket with this skirt because it is a little bit oversized. And I will show you here through the hips. This is actually how I was thinking of wearing it with this green shirt, this green silk shirt, and like a white blazer, which will bring me in at the waist. You can see this is giving some volume right here that I probably don't want, but it's still a gorgeous piece that I think I can use. So the pro tip here is, even if something is a little bit too big, you can usually work with it. It's when things are a little bit too small that it's harder to do something with it. All right, let's go to the next. All right, guys, this is the second fit. All the ladies, all the girlies are loving sets, but this is an old school set. This is from Casper. If you know, you know. When they had the matching skirt and the matching shirt. Now, I will tell you, I tried this on in the store, and I had a bodysuit on, and it fit. Right now, I'm a little tight. I'm feeling a little tight across here and in the waist. I would wear this with a jacket just because of the air conditioning anyway, so I think I'll be okay. But I just ate, I don't know, maybe I just need to stretch it out a little bit. Love this little design. Love the flare of the skirt, hitting right at the knee. The other thing that I got were these shoes. Y'all, when I tell you these are the most comfortable shoes, and that is because it is a collaboration between Nike and Cole Haan. I'm not going to say they feel like tennis shoes, but they are so cushioned and so nice. I originally wasn't going to get these because I absolutely do have a pair of black wedge shoes They're not peep toe. They are leather. These are suede and leather, but y'all, these are so comfortable. And also, I really liked the little indentation of the heel here, that little extra piece of character. They are so comfortable. So this must have been from that same lady. They were 15, and then with all my discounts, less than 10. And I think this set ended up being like $8, $10 or $8 with the half off. So I would definitely, like I said, be putting a blazer on with this. The other thing I could do is a long line vest. So a vest that came down past the hemline of the skirt. I could also do a blazer. Actually, I do have a blazer in mind that I could wear that would probably come down past the skirt. Hold on one second. All right, here we go. So this is the suit jacket to a skirt. The skirt is, this is actually thrifted, and I got the skirt hemmed so that it will be above the hemline of the jacket. Now for this, I had to pull up the skirt here because it was too long. It was coming in. You could just see a little bit of the frills peeking out, and maybe that's something I would like. But here we go. I would wear this in the winter with some black tights and maybe some black boots. Takeaway from this is usually 99 times out of 100 I can salvage a fit, and I think you probably could too. It just takes a little bit of thinking outside of the box to see how you can make it work. Having said that, there have been times when I have thrifted things that were misses, even though I tried them on in the store, even though I thought about how I could wear them, even though I wasn't in a rush and I took my time and contemplated it. So time will tell if that is the case with this set. I always wear things at least once, and then I see how I feel. Everything in my closet is not something that I necessarily love 125%, but it is something that I definitely love. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that everything in my closet I'm going to wear at least once a month, because I just have too much stuff and that's not going to happen. My general philosophy is if I like it and I purchased it and I can still fit it, I'll probably keep it as long as I have the room. Now, if room becomes an issue, then you start prioritizing and seeing what could I let go and not miss as much. All right, let's go to the next items. All right, here is the next item, this Ankara print dress. You guys know I love an Ankara print. It's hard for me to pass up. 100% cotton. The pattern is all the way through. It's not just printed on the outside. You can actually wear this several ways. I haven't ironed it, so these straps are a little crinkly. I probably wouldn't style it like this. I would be more apt to tuck in those little straps all the way, pull up this ruffle hem, and that's mostly so that I can have coverage for my bra. I love that it has pockets. It is long enough that I could wear this to the office. With these ruffle hem or ruffle shoulders, wearing a jacket might be a little bit problematic. So for this, I would probably layer under it, either maybe picking up this burgundy color or just a black or white shirt underneath. My silk thermals would be a good candidate for that. These shoes are also thrifted. Michael Kors. Michael Kors makes a good shoe. Very simple heel. Even though it's high, it's a hidden stack, or actually it's not hidden. The platform is not hidden. This is snake skin, so this is leather with a snake skin embossing. Again, that same lady who was getting rid of all her shoes, these were under $10, but very comfortable. People always ask me, how can you walk in heels? There are such thing as comfortable heels, and these are those. Could I run a 5K? Obviously not, but I could go all day in these and be comfortable. So wearing it up on the shoulders is one way. Wearing it down like this is one way. And for you girlies who like to have like the no shoulder or bare shoulders, you could do it like this with the one strap. You could pull it up. I might be convinced to wear it something like this, or alternatively you could wear it all the way as a halter and pull that down. So another cute find. I plan on pulling this out for Fridays as I wear an item of clothing that is inspired by the diaspora of brown people all across the nation. So that is people from the African continent, the Asian continent, everywhere. Okay, here is another item of clothing that is inspired by the brown people's diaspora. This is a Middle Eastern inspired fit. It is a thobe with this embroidery on the chest area as well as the back area, accompanied with this robe that has the embroidery on the sleeves, down the lapel, as well as on the back as well. This I would see for lounging in the house. If I'm working from home, this is something that is comfortable to throw on, that I could also get on camera for a call. 100% cotton. I like the little tassel detail. You know, it's funny, sometimes when I thrift, I find I tend to go with the same color category. I don't know if it's something subconscious, but the outfit I just tried on was in the purple family, and so is this. And that happened with a few other pieces that I'm going to showcase. No pockets, but that's okay. I just love how loose and flowy and comfortable it looks, or it is, while still looking very chic. This is another one of those outfits you just have at home if someone happened to stop by and surprise you, which I would not like. But if for some reason it happened and you had this on, you would be covered. Y'all, I love this. I promise you, most of you would have saw this hanging on the rack and thought, that is so ugly, but this is just so cute to me. I love the detail of the ruffle multi-tiered hem. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiers of ruffles. It's like a cupcake. It's 100% cotton. I don't recognize the brand. I love the pop collar on it. You can also wear it folded down. You could wear it belted, but I love it loose as well. The sleeves are long enough. This is great for fall. You could even get away with it during spring. For the summer, if you were going to be in the air conditioning, this would work too. But definitely could style this for work or for church, going out for brunch. It's just such a easy laid back outfit, one and done, but it has so much character, so you wouldn't have to do too much to style this. Just find you a cute pair of shoes or boots and a few accessories and you'd be good to go. This might be one of my favorite items. Maybe I'll wear it to work this week. Be right back. Alright, I love me a good cutout dress. A few things to keep in mind with this particular dress right here. I haven't ironed it yet, so it's going to look 10 times better once I get the wrinkles out. And don't be afraid of cutouts. Layering is going to be key. It's going to be your friend. You could have such a cute color blocking moment depending upon what you decide to layer underneath this. Just for the sake of showing you guys, I haven't layered it. It's not the sides and the tummy that I mind. It's this part right here that I would definitely layer something. They even have those faux shirts that are basically just a bib. So if you didn't mind the cutout on the side or the back, you could get one of those little, I think they're called like dickies, one of those little dickies just to cover that part. This little circle is so cute. You could mirror that circle in wearing hoops. Burnt orange is a very nice color on darker skin tones. And this is from the Drop, Hermela. I'm not familiar with her. And it was just under $10, I think, for this dress. I think this might be a cotton blend, and it is thin, definitely meant for spring and summer. But again, you could winterize it if you wanted to wear maybe like a black turtleneck with this, and black tights and shoes. That's always the easiest way to go. But then don't be afraid to try other neutrals. Brown, a brown turtleneck, and tights and shoes would look cute. Yellow, a yellow shirt up here, and maybe some patterned tights would also be nice. And so this is what I was saying. This outfit is also in the orange family and the other dresses I just tried on. So, I don't know. I guess it's something subconsciously, you get a color and you kind of stick to it. Now y'all, I love a good cutout dress, but those things are bare to get out of, even more so to get into. But anyway, on to the next item. Now, what would you categorize this as? She charged me as a jacket, like a outside jacket. I mean, I guess I could get that, except as thin as it is, that's another way you can tell what the original intention of the garment was. This was definitely not meant to be a jacket, maybe blazer. Obviously, it could be a skirt, which is very cute. Definitely opaque tights with this one if I was going to style it that way. But I think I would throw pants on underneath. I love the sequin detail that is also in camo. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but it's sheer. And they have this design on the back as well. Very cute. Has this tie belt that you can take off and style with a different belt. It's a little large, otherwise I would definitely need to belt it. You could do a tie like I had it, or a bow is always cute. Again, don't be afraid to iron your clothes, and also properly care for them. This actually said it could be dry cleaned or laundered. Anytime I have the choice, I'm going to do the cheaper, which is laundering it. I make sure I do it on delicate cycle. I use Woolite. Sometimes I'll do it on a shorter cycle than even the delicate cycle, and just make sure I wash it in cold, and then I hang dry and I press. Pressing will do wonders. I know the girlies love a good steamer, but by the time you get that all set up, sometimes I think that's more difficult than just getting your iron out, unless it is a very, very delicate fabric, and then I do understand why a steamer may be better. All right, on to the next. All right, let's look at these pants. They are corduroy. I have been on the lookout for some corduroy, y'all. I feel like it's going to make a comeback. I found these green ones. I think I was originally looking like for a rust or a burnt orange color, but I thought these were really cute. St. John's Bay, 100% cotton. I do plan on ironing these as well. You can see it has some crinkles down there at the anklet. Pro tip, make sure you reverse your pants if you are concerned about ironing them, and iron them on the inside out. The other thing you can do is put down a thin towel to iron over. This little set, this is cute right here, right? Plenty of room. I like the cut. This is a boot cut. So lots of ways to style this for the office. It looked good with a camo blazer. If you're doing it more casually, maybe a jean shirt. I actually have a jean shirt with some tassels on it. That would be cute. And obviously any type of boots or heels. For me, I would need something with a little bit of height because they are long otherwise, and I'm definitely not getting these hemmed. If you do have pants that you want to style with heels and flats, if you need a temporary fix, you can always just cuff them over for a style aesthetic, or if you cuff them under, stick a few safety pins in there, no one's going to see. The other thing they have is hem tape, which I believe is not permanent, especially if you go to wash it. All right, we are getting down to the last few items. Okay, after this, I think we have a dress and maybe two blazers. They are getting laundered, but by the modern miracle of television and video recording, no time will have passed for you when you see the next couple of items. But let's get into this fit. This is a jean dress, a maxi jean dress that is about a 2 or 3X, too big for me, but you can see how I fixed the problem. I crossed it over so you have a detail that looks intentional with the buttons coming down on the side, and I belted it. The other way that you could definitely wear this as open, like a kimono or a jacket, it's not thick enough to be an actual jacket, but you could certainly layer it over a fit to give it a more casual aesthetic. Now for this jean jacket, boots, I'm thinking automatically, but if you wanted to maybe add some brooches or pins down the side with the buttons, that would be a way to add some detail. I don't have on anything underneath this, but you could kind of open it up if you had a little peekaboo lace top that you wanted to show. And always your accessories, whether that is your wig, yes, your hair, ladies, can be your accessory, or earrings. You could roll the sleeves up if you want to showcase some jewelry. I would probably suggest something like this for fall, winter, and early spring. But you know, if you love it, wear it. I could definitely wear this like inside a building all day and be absolutely fine. Okay, y'all, here is the dress and jacket. The jacket is Jones, New York, and that was from the Goodwill in Rockville. And the dress is White House Black Market from 2A Thrift, bought on separate days. But what you'll notice is the paisley blue and white pattern of the jacket matches almost perfectly to the design and the trim of the skirt. That dress was a size 8. I saw it as I was checking out. I took a chance. Y'all, I was fighting for my life in that. I tried the trick where I zipped it up at the front and it worked, but zipping it up in the back and getting out of it, I busted the zipper, so I'm going to have to get that fixed. It's a little short, but I do love the way the two look together, and there you see how perfect it matches, even though they're separate prints. All right. Okay, this is the black sheath 100% linen dress. It's a little bit oversized, but I think that's okay based on kind of the feel of what this dress is going for. It said it was dry clean only, but pro tip, if it's 100% linen, pop it in that wash machine on delicate cycle with some woolite. That's what I did, and it turned out just fine.